The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. We may not see it, but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare. There for what matters.
Finally tired of doing the same things over and over again, expecting different results? Well, this show is going to help you change your life for the better. Strap on your seatbelt and navigate this roller coaster we call life with human potential expert and best-selling author Dr. Verna Price. Each week, Dr. Verna blesses you with her virtues to live your best life so you can be the best you that you can be.
Welcome back to Dr. Verna's Virtues. For those of you who are brand new, my name is Dr. Verna Cornelia Price, and it's great to have you with me. For those of you who are my regulars, hello, good to see you. I hope you've had an amazing week, and thanks for coming back. And so share the podcast, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, and it's going to be helpful to you and your family and your future. All right, so let's go ahead and get started today. We're going to talk about two really big words. I'd like you to write those words down, and I want you to think about those words and put these words into your life, all right, and make them work for you. So let's go ahead. Before we start, let's start with our affirmation. This is my life, and I get to change it when I want to, how I want to, if I want to, because it was given to me. And that makes me very valuable, very important, very lovable, and extremely powerful. So you have enough power in your life right now to change your life. And your life is going to change because of two big words. These two big words have a lot to do with what will happen in your life. The first word is preference, and the second word is conviction. Let me say it again. Preference and conviction. Now let's talk about the difference between these two words. Okay. Preference are those things that you prefer. In other words, that you like. In other words, that you feel good about. In other words, things that you may want. In other words, things that you kind of have some level of desire for. You like prefer. Things that you can find and change. Today, I prefer to wear a peach shirt, and tomorrow I might prefer wearing black. Right? So these are things that can change and move. It's very fluid, your preferences. Now, preferences, we all have preferences. You know, when I first met my husband, he prefers to drink coffee. When we first met, I prefer to drink tea. I still prefer to drink tea. And I've kind of convinced him to drink some tea too, but he'll still drink coffee and a little tea. And me, my preference is tea. Some people prefer to work early in the morning versus some of them prefer to work late at night, right? These are just things that are options. Your preferences are options in your life. Things that come and things that go. Your preferences can change. For example, you probably remember a time when you really, really liked getting up first thing in the morning, or you really, really liked a certain food, or you really liked a certain color, or you really even liked hanging out with certain people. Those were your preferences. And then years later, you think, you know what? I don't want to hang out with them anymore. I don't like that kind of food anymore. I don't like that color anymore. And I don't want to read that kind of book anymore. So those preferences can change. Absolutely. Which is why we all have them. And it's important to have preferences, right? And they're not things where if they change, they change. And it's kind of up to you. And then there's something called conviction. Okay. Conviction are those things in your life that you draw the line on. You've drawn the line. And what I mean by a line, I don't know if you remember when kids, a little ways back when I was growing up, and kids want to like talk to each other or, talk mess to each other and try to act like they want to fight each other and like all little children do. So you would draw a line like in front of you in the dirt and say, okay, you better not step over this line. In other words, this is where it stops here, right? So that line is a place of where you hold a certain standard and you say, you know what? This is what I believe. This is my conviction. This is where it stops here. The line does not come and go. It's not negotiable. It's a non-negotiable. It's a yes or a no. And I was just telling someone today, yes is a full sentence, and so is no. No is a full sentence. And a conviction is a yes or it is a no. It is not a, oh, I'll think about it. I wonder, I'm not sure what I think. I'm not sure what I feel. Convictions have nothing to do with your feelings at all. None whatsoever. Whether you feel like it or you don't, if you have a conviction about that thing, it's what you do. Whether you desire it or you don't, if you have a conviction about that thing, that is what you do. And convictions in your life are the things in your life where you build your values, your beliefs around. It gives you structure in your life. Like there's a conviction in my life that there are certain things I simply will not do. I will not do. I have a conviction about them. Right? You're not going to find me in certain places. I have a conviction about that. You're not going to find me doing certain things. I have convictions about my behavior. You're not going to find me saying certain things. I have a conviction about what comes out of my mouth. I have a conviction about what happens with me, with my family. I have a conviction. I have a belief, right? And so what that means then, that when you have a conviction, your feelings have nothing to do with that, whether I feel like it or not. I'll give you an example. So Sunday, I work, for those of you who know me, I work very hard. I work very hard and I work, I take the 7-day week and I work 6 days a week and I work hard and long. Okay. And for those people who say, oh, Dr. Verna, you've done so much, you've accomplished so much. How do you do that? I work hard every day. But on Sunday's my Sabbath. And so on Sunday, the only thing I really want to do on Sunday is go to church, right? Worship, come home, have dinner with my family, watch football if it's in the fall, and take a nap. That's it. That's it. Because my Sunday is a place of a Sabbath for me. It's, I have a conviction about getting up every morning and going to work on time and getting my stuff done. Well, on Sunday morning, I have a conviction about getting up and getting to church and getting my worship and praise on and getting some word in me and getting some rest. I have a conviction about that. So on Sunday, this last Sunday, I overslept. And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, I overslept. And I know it was because I was somewhat exhausted, but I have a conviction about it. So I overslept. I got right up, got my stuff on, told my kids, you know what? So what? We're going to be late to church. We're going to church. Get your stuff, and we are out the door. Why? I have a conviction about it. It's not whether or not I feel like it or not, whether I'm tired or not. No, it's a conviction. It's something that I believe in. It's someplace where I'm supposed to go. It's what I'm supposed to do, right? And when you have a conviction, there's a level of, now listen to this, I'm going to lose most of you on this podcast right now. I'm going to lose most of you right now with this word. When you have a conviction, it means that you're going to have to sacrifice something. You're going to have to sacrifice something. Something's going to have to go. There's going to be some people who have to go. There's going to be some activities that has to go. There's going to be some behavior that has to go. There's going to be some, some even like some of your preferences may even change. You're going to change your time. You're going to use your time differently. You're going to spend your resources differently. Why? Because you have a conviction. You have a belief, something that you have drawn the line on. Now, here's my question for you. What are the convictions in your life? Do you have any? And or are you just living a life of preferences, up and down and up and down and up and down? So things are forever changing. There's no standard in your life. Let me tell you, if you're going to grow your life, if you're going to mature in your life, if your life is going to get better, and there is something called getting better in life. If you're going to be happier, if you're going to have more peace, if you're going to grow and mature, you will have to have convictions. It's not up to me to tell you what your convictions are. That's between you and your creator. But I can tell you that your convictions is what is going to get you to your next level. Let me say it again. Your convictions is what is going to get you to your next level, because you will set a standard of who you are, what you are about, what you will and will not do, where you will and will not go, convictions. So here's my question to you. Do you know the difference between your preferences and your convictions? And if you don't, here's what I want you to do. Just do your homework. Do your homework. Take a minute. Sit down. Write them out. These are my preferences. And then you write out your convictions. This is what I will not do. This is where I will not go. This is what I will do. This is where I will go. This is who I am. This is who I am. Right? Those are called convictions. All right. I hope this was helpful. If it wasn't, I hope it's still going to be helpful. And for those, some of you, you were ready for this, and some of you are not ready for this. But let me encourage you to come back to it at another time when you are ready. For those of you who are ready, take it, do that work, and those convictions of yours, they are going to attract a different type of people. They're going to attract a different type of resource, and they're going to help to get you to your next level. I can guarantee it. All right, let's go ahead and finish up with our affirmation. For those of you who have not gotten my new book, Power Lessons for Life, get one for you, get 10 for your family and friends, and go to my store, powerlessonsforlife.com, powerlessonsforlife.com, and you can get all of my products there. All right, let's finish up with our affirmation. This is my life, and I get to change it. When I want to, how I want to, if I want to, because it was given to me. And that makes me very valuable, very important, very lovable, and extremely powerful. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Get caught up on previous episodes of Dr. Verna's Virtues at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
You've heard about the new COVID-19 vaccine that's just arriving in our community. Now's the time to make your plans to get yours. If you have health insurance, it's likely you can get it at no cost to you because most plans will cover this COVID-19 vaccine. Check with your health insurance provider to be sure. What if you don't have health insurance? Or what if your plan doesn't cover the cost? There are free vaccines that are available. You can find them at certain local health centers, at local or tribal health departments, and at some pharmacies. Go to vaccines.gov to find participating pharmacies. And the Minnesota Vaccines for Children program covers eligible kids and makes vaccines accessible to them. Check with your doctor or trusted healthcare provider to find out more.
It's not just another day in your life. Things are changing for the better. At Comcast, we see those changes, and we're thinking about how we use technology today to live, work, learn, and play. And we're building for the future now, so we're better prepared for the wants and needs of tomorrow. That's why Comcast is rolling out multi-gig internet speeds to more than 50 million homes and businesses before the end of 2025, making our already industry-leading network even faster, smarter, greener, and more reliable. Over the decades, Comcast has been your partner, working hard to serve your community, and will continue to be your partner. We're expanding our gigabits so you can enjoy the tiny bits that matter most.
You know Shaletta makes you laugh, but did you know Shaletta Brundage can also make you think? And boost your business. Media personality, activist, and comedian Shaletta Brundage founded Shaletta Makes Me Laugh to celebrate and share the best of Black culture. It's a podcasting platform. You can download 10 weekly podcasts hosted by African American subject experts at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com is also a production house, creating broadcast quality commercial content. And Shaletta and her team of storytellers create powerful promotional campaigns to get businesses the brand awareness they're looking for. Some of Minnesota's top businesses trust Shaletta, and you can too. Get out the word about your events and products and get in front of communities of color with ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com. She's got the power to help your business.